And do they bring the scissors for you?
Yeah, they've got nice scissors. You any scissors, mate? Yeah, imagine. Well, I actually went to my bed for an hour. No, because listen. And then, yeah, midwife's still not there. And I'm like, when's this midwife? And it's like, oh, they're coming. And then next thing it's like, oh, I think it's coming. Oh, she says to me, can you see the head? I've been Cammy.
I've been Iona.
And we are both Fed by Farmers. Hello and welcome to the Fed by Farmers podcast with me, Cammy Wilson.
And me, Iona Murray.
We are in the eve of Scotch sheep, that's why we're in different surroundings.
That sounds like it's the evening of Scotch sheep.
The eve of Scotch sheep?
Oh.
You know, like
Scotch sheep eve?
Yeah, like Christmas Eve. Yeah, similar excitement, I would say. Before we get into it, we've got to very quickly thank our sponsors, Crystalyx and Animax Tracesure bolus. Thanks for, I always just laugh when I say Tracesure bolus, I think of your nonsense. But thanks very much to them for sponsoring the podcast. Anything else we like to say at the start of podcasts? We
like to say drop into your local Cars Billington.
Exactly. So,
and why would we want to do that?
Because you can support Fed by Farmers that way by purchasing some of our clothing, or you can visit fedbyfarmers.co.uk and do it there. Now, on to the topic. The hot topic this week, of course, is...
the weather.
The weather is one thing. I was thinking about the child that we had.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, yes, third child, so we'll talk through that scenario.
Yes.
Yeah, let's talk through... This is a quick one because we're going to do this very quickly.
And I really want to hear all about it.
Nice of you to... So yeah, it might be a bit graphic this at points, but we're going to talk it through because I think the home birth thing fascinates people. And certainly, see, before I started it, like, I was like, this is mental. So when Lizzy first said the first one with Jock, we're going to do a home birth, I was like... So Lizzy, I don't know about this.
Why not?
Well, because like it seems so dangerous. Like, what if something goes wrong?
I know.
Like that's what terrifies me. So I said no, we're not. You know what I said? I don't want to do that, but she decides. Obviously, she said we're doing it. She talked me through it. You get two. So just to paint the picture of how it works, you get essentially like a blow-up pool.
Okay.
It's massive.
Like how big?
Like you'd get like 3 people in it easily.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it's
like
big.
A kind of hot tub size?
Yeah, it probably is like a small hot tub. It's like, and it's really high the sides, really deep. So you get like that you hire, you basically hire it as you go, and it comes with a lining that, you know, you have fresh lining every time, so it's clean. And they send you that and a whole load of stuff for filling it up and all that. Although we'll get to, we had a wee problem with that in the third one. And anyway, with Jock, you get 2 midwives as well.
Okay.
And they're like higher trained midwives. They can do CPR and all sorts of other stuff that normal midwives can't do.
Okay.
And they're with you the whole time.
From when you phone to say that you're in labour?
Yeah.
Okay.
They come and they sit with you through the whole thing. And they do all, you know, they take all their notes, they cut the umbilical cord, and then they leave you to it. They do a few checks and then leave you to it.
Did they ask you if you want to cut it?
I cut it, sorry, I did cut it. For all 3, but I don't think that's such a big thing. It doesn't excite.
You know, it's just like, yeah.
Lizzy's quite, like, obviously it's quite a special thing because that's like gives them life, I suppose it is.
Yeah.
I get that, but yeah, I suppose from lambing I'm just so used to pulling it and it just pops and you don't think anything of it. But the human one is like so thick.
Is it?
Oh, it's like double cut. You've got to have 2 goes at cutting it.
And do they bring the scissors for you?
Yeah, they've got nice scissors. It's like, you any scissors, mate? Yeah, imagine. Oh, you know, get scissors, need to cut this bloody thing, get your teeth into it. But it's like a proper double cruncher, like it's thick.
Is
Super
it?
Oh, serious thick. It's nothing like a lamb's navel. So...
Do you think it's developed like that?
Aye.
Evolved to be like that?
I think so.
Aye, because how back in the day?
No.
Why doesn't it naturally just come away like with a lamb?
Oh, right, okay, yeah. You mean, do you think we used to just snap away and now we don't?
Like what did it used to be not as dense?
That's a good question, Iona. Because what did they do before we had scissors? I think they would just chew it off.
Do you?
I think so.
And then eat it for the nutrients? Because you're meant to eat the placenta.
Aye.
Would you?
No.
Why?
I mean, I could. Like, it doesn't disgust me or anything. It's just like I've got a fridge full of food.
Why would you?
Yeah. And I've got all my nutrients. Look at me. So, you know what I mean? I've developed. I don't need any more developing stuff. So the placenta, we'll talk about the placenta in a second. That was a beast.
Reduce the risk of fly strike and livestock irritation at grass with Crystalyx garlics. Flies and midges are a constant pest to livestock throughout the summer and are responsible for diseases such as summer mastitis, pink eye, blue tongue and Schmallenberg. No repellent is 100% effective in the fight against airborne biting insects. However, Crystalyx garlics can play an important part in reducing the number of flies that land on livestock. Containing concentrated garlic extract, 5 times more potent than pure dried garlic, Crystalyx garlics offers a natural defense to biting insects, with the high sulfur compounds in garlic acting as a natural insect repellent. With a full complement of vitamins, minerals and trace elements, Crystalyx garlics balances the known deficiencies in forage while stimulating the rumen for enhanced animal performance. Make the switch this summer to research-proven Crystalyx garlics.
So anyway, with Jock, that was no bother. It took quite a while with Jock. So like Lizzie's water's broke in the morning. I had sheep shut in for dipping. Went away and dipped for 2 or 3 hours. Come back, blew the pool up, and then still had plenty of time for the midwife and that. So Jock, yeah, worked away fine. Lizzie with Jock, no gas or air. And listen, we'd have done this podcast with Lizzie, but it's pointless because she just like play everything down and not tell you. Like I'll tell you what actually happened. She'd be like, "Oh, it was no bother."
With Jock, she didn't use gas and air.
She's never used gas or air with anything.
So she's never had any pain relief?
No.
Wow.
I know.
Right.
The gas in air was there, and I was excited because I thought I want a wee buzz of this, see what all the fuss is about. So we had the gas in air there, but she wouldn't use it.
Why not?
I know why, because
determination.
No, she wants it to be like she wants the challenge. Aye. She doesn't want it to be if there's an easy option, she won't take it.
Yeah. Okay.
So no gas or air. Jock got it done. Great. Then on to Angus, of course. By that point, I was like sold an idea. I was like, "It's amazing! Like it's amazing." The whole birth thing. Oh, you're in your own house. You blow up the pool. You have the way in there. The folk come to you.
Yeah.
Wrap it up. You're straight upstairs to your bed. Like through to your shower. Get tidied up.
Yeah.
It's literally a 5-minute job to strip the pool out. 5 minutes. It's out of there. You know.
And was Jock at home when Lizzie had Angus?
Yeah.
Was he there?
Yeah, so what happened with Angus?
Because it was Christmas Day. Was Angus Christmas Day?
Yeah, Jock was in bed.
So Jock was in the house?
So Jock was during the day. It was red hot, it was roasting. I had to go to the neighbours and get a fan because Lizzie, like, and this was when we stayed in a house in the town. And one problem with a house in the town, it's great in the winter, but in the summer you can't cool them down. Whereas the farmhouse we're in now is freezing even on the warmest days, which is actually great now. And you can sleep beautifully. Like, back in the old house I was in with double glazing and small rooms and insulation, I could hardly sleep in the summer. We had to have a fan blowing in the room all the time. So it was roasting that day, and Lizzie was fair putting the work in, as you can imagine, so I had to go and get a fan for her. So yeah, that was that. Then when Angus was born Christmas Day, it was early hours in the morning, and Jock was sleeping, so it was a doddle. And then, and Angus again was a doddle. So Jock was like £8 something, 8-9 or something. Angus was then like 9 something, and then Bonnie, this third one, was like £10.11.
That is big.
Yeah.
That is a big baby.
Well, I spoke to a midwife who'd said she's never actually delivered. No, she hadn't been a midwife that long, to be fair, maybe 4 years or something, 3-4 years, and she had never delivered a baby in the hospital that size. So
right,
it can't be that common. I don't know about this thing, but it can't be that common to be that big. So yeah, so basically.
So when did she start feeling like she was
like
maybe going
10 o'clock
in the evening? Right.
Night.
Okay. So she started feeling what was happening then?
She just knows by that point. Third time in, you know when it's happening.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
There's no like waters breaking or anything like that. She's just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. So then she starts bouncing about in a ball, which must do something. I'm not sure what it does, but it's like a yoga ball. You bounce.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I don't know what it does. Maybe loosen. I don't know. Anyway, she was doing that for a bit, and then at some point throughout it, she goes, right, better get this pool blown up. Well, I actually went to my bed for an hour. No, because listen. When Angus happened, right? See, by the time it was all done, I was exhausted.
You're honestly, it's so...
No, listen. I only got 45 minutes, all right.
You're so...
No, but it's not. It's thinking ahead, because like I'm going to be needed here. I need to be on my bed. I need to be on my top of my game, right? And I'd been out all day, absolutely exhausted. I thought, if this runs on to like 5 in the morning, like I won't be able to cope. Listen, You've got to know your strengths and weaknesses, all right?
Yeah, and you're not good
And
for your diet.
I'm not in my best when I'm exhausted, so I thought, right, I'll get a quick nap. And then, so yeah.
And I suppose Lizzy, because she is independent, like she's not wanting you there holding her hand, like telling her everything's going to be
I know,
okay.
it was Lizzy's idea. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Lizzy's like, you want to get a nap? Because last time I was buggered.
You have struck gold.
Oh, I can. She's like, I'll shout you if I need you. It's just like, great. So, but I said to her, I'll have an hour, but at the time I relaxed. I got about 45 minutes, which did help, thankfully. So back down the stairs, blow the pool up.
Okay, and how's that happening? Is that by mouth?
No, it's a beast of a pool where they give you a wee fan thing. We'll go into that. But there was they bring you a wee compressor thing that blows it up. And it's a 2 minute, less than that, 60 seconds, the whole thing's blown up, ready to rock. Line her in, and then they give you a big long hose with an attachment that goes in your kitchen tap.
Oh, perfect.
But our water tank's tiny, so it only fills it up to 3 inches. It's terrible. So we then have to put it into the wee electric shower. So our wee electric shower's working like hell.
That's a great shout, though.
Aye, so we can touch it to electric shower and it keeps it filling. Although somebody said a better idea, Andy Bailey, I'll give him a shout out here, said what I should have done was have the pressure washer there. It's a diesel burner on the pressure washer. You just take the nozzle off it and you could have just filled it rapid with the genius.
Where would the water would have come from for the pressure washer? The tap?
Aye.
Yeah.
Oh, you're thinking for clean water?
Yeah.
Run through a pressure washer? Still be fine. I'd have thought.
Yeah.
Nah, it'd be fine. So, yeah, pool all set up.
And is anything fancy going in, or is it just...
By this point, it's about 1:45, something like that.
So it's getting late.
Yeah, it's getting late, so it's about that time. And, yeah, maybe about midnight, because it went pretty quick. Lizzy gets in the pool, and I'm at her... He messaged the midwife. And at some point, I can't remember just when it actually, but she's like, oh, not yet, they're too far apart, the contractions. I'm like, okay. So anyway, eventually she does message the midwife, but at this point she's in the pool and the job's on. And she worked away from, Lizzy just does it herself. She's not one that she hates, she's not one of these oh, you're doing well.
Yeah, she doesn't want, she would just want
well, just like that, what is that?
Yeah.
Because she knows, how would I know if she's doing it? You're just saying it because you're meant to say it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's lip service.
Aye. It's so she's not interested in any of that stuff.
I think there's something really authentic about that.
Oh, and listen, no harm to anybody that needs a bit more support.
Oh God, no.
I quite like, see if I'm spewing up or it's been years, but if I'm really ill, I like something of my back.
I need that.
You're going to be okay.
If my partner went for a nap while I was in labour, I would be livid. Do you know what I mean? But I respect how she does it all.
Maybe that's why you're still single. Too high maintenance. Too high maintenance. Lower your standards a bit. Lower your standards a bit, eh? No, so yeah, just given the whole labour thing coming through with cold flannels, that was one thing at my job. Cold flannels.
And what kind of temperature is the water in the pool?
Yeah, room temperature, not uncomfortable. Just a nice, comfortable temperature. So cold flannels and water and juice or anything she wants in that regard.
What did she want?
Yeah, just cold flannels really. I don't think she had a drink bottle. Aye, cold flannels and cold water. I think that's all Lizzy really took. And then midwife's still not there, and I'm like, when's this midwife? And it's like, oh, they're coming. And then next thing it's like, oh, I think it's coming. Oh, she says to me, can you see the head? And I'm
oh my goodness, Cammy.
And I'm like, yeah, I think so. And then boom, next thing the head's there. It's quite this is quite graphic for folk, but it doesn't matter to me. It's just farming. So how did you feel though in that moment when you were it's
midwife?
The 3rd time I've seen it. So
but no, but I mean the fact the midwives weren't there.
Oh, aye, that point.
Aye.
When the head's out and I'm like, where's this bloody midwife?
Were you panicking?
I was just panicking. I was just like, I wish the midwife was here.
Yeah.
So then, because then you with the other two, the midwives are like, oh, that's the head out now, Lizzy. They're right there all the time.
Yeah.
They're like hands in the water doing stuff and all that.
So what were you doing? Were you just
flapping my hands about this, going, head's there. Head's there, and then generally the head. And by the way, if MD's wondering, I've asked Lizzy if it's okay to talk about this, and she said yes. I know some people are like, oh, you shouldn't talk about this. But no, Lizzy's absolutely. Lizzy doesn't mind about these things. So, and it is just like farming. It's like, it's just,
I know, I think,
it's just buff.
yeah.
So, but the way they come, well, Angus was different because he was back to back, so he came out the wrong way. So it was really painful, Angus coming out.
Oh, okay.
Whereas, still didn't take gas area. And the midwife's like, you know, this is going to be so Lizzy, blah, be fine, be fine. Oh, it's mental. Anyway, he was Bonnie was the right way around, so her face is like, face to Lizzie's back.
Yeah, okay, like round like that on the bump.
Yeah, so like her face is looking towards Lizzie's back as she comes out. But then you're just looking at this head just comes out, and it's just a head with a face looking at you.
Oh,
and it's
my
like,
goodness.
obviously the eyes are closed and that, but it's just like, it's like, do you know what it's like? It's like seeing a hung lamb.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, it's stuck in its neck, and you're like, how long does this get stuck here? And then...
And sorry, just another... So see, at this point, is baby's head under the water?
Aye.
Yeah, right,
Aye.
so it's all
That's another
underneath.
thing. Like, I know it's alright, but I'm like...
Oh, that must
well,
feel...
like, its head's been out for ages underwater, and you're like, oh... And then Lizzie walks away for a bit, and I'm telling her what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
And then she starts suggesting, I think it might be stuck. And I'm like, do you need me to...
Oh my
do you need me
God,
to do something here? And she's like, oh, maybe. She's like, just hang on a second. And then she managed to manoeuvre and get a shoulder out. And it is a surreal thing, because like the hospital is a totally different thing. In that situation, it's literally just, it pops out and Lizzie catches it and just picks it up out of the water.
Yeah, that's
and then
mad.
from one minute you don't have a baby to the next minute Lizzie's just lifting it out of the water.
Yeah.
The Jock one was the really surreal one, because you just don't have a kid at all. And then next thing Lizzie's lifting one out of the water, and it's mental. So yeah, she just next thing, boom, did the job, turned round, she grabbed out the water, and her out the water. And but one thing, if anybody's never seen a newborn baby, like it comes out like I'm not sure they all do this, but certainly ours all did, they come out like a dark purple.
Okay.
Like a terrible, terrible colour.
God, right, okay.
I think it's I'm not sure why. It's something to do with like, what's the reason for it again? They don't have circulation, or is it the air? The skin's never had oxygen on it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's something to do with that. I think the skin's never had oxygen on it or something like that. Anyway, they come out this really, like a bruise, like a really dark, horrible purple colour. And she Liz lifted her out and she's like totally limp.
Oh,
and like, but that's alright, because like I remember the first two were kind of quiet at first, and you think, oh, and then, but it's just like, she was like getting a wee smack and, you know, a wee kind of shake and a smack and holding it to her. And then nothing, I'm still alright. I'm like, alright, Lizzie's got this, she knows what's happening. And then next thing Lizzie's like, I think we need to phone an ambulance.
Oh my.
And I'm like, then my
oh my God,
my guts just went like, what? It's like, what's an ambulance going to do? It's like, they're 20 minutes away. I'm like,
oh my God.
I need to phone the midwife, I need to get in a car and head to the hospital. Because we're on the same road as the hospital.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing about the home birth, where literally, I could be there in 3 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm like, we need to do it, you know. And then it gave a cry, and I was like, oh my Christ. I'd picked up the phone, dialed 999 and everything, and then I was like, oh Jesus. Thank you so much. That was a horrible thing. But it was just a real delay, for whatever reason, big baby or whatever. And then it was rocking. And then, yeah, had placenta and bloody everything was out before the midwife got there. Job done.
Oh my God, I feel like I need to recover from that. Like, did you
intense.
both not take, like...
Yeah, obviously Lizzie needs a day or two to recover. It was...
Yeah, I know, but yeah, from it all, was she...
But see, because she's calm and it's a doddle for her, I'm quite calm. See, apart from that bit, it was quite a flutter. Like, the rest of the time, Lizzie's just like...
She's,
totally calm. Like, no bother, here we go, here it's coming, boom, what you seeing? Obviously, she's kind of like, what you seeing there? Kind of grimacing a bit, but she's not like panicking or hollering or...
No.
She's not right in the head.
No.
She's mental.
That's amazing.
So £10, 11 ounce. But then...
So, what time was she born?
1:15 or something. I can't just remember the time. But
so it was quick from when it was...
Rapid, it was about an hour.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's the midwife didn't have time to get there. I think Lizzie left it a bit late deliberately. She says she doesn't, so we'll have to take her at her word. But I think she wanted to up the ante a bit and make it even harder. I think she loves the challenge of it. And I mean, she never even got air and gas delivered this time. So like, even with Angus, she still got it delivered to the house. They deliver it to the house, but they keep the key.
Right, okay.
So the canisters are there.
But only once.
Only the midwives have got the key to get in them, so you can't be buzzing. You know, the class I'd be buzzing every night before it happened. So they keep the key for it.
Right, okay.
But she never used it first. This time she didn't even want it delivered. Is that not stupid?
It's mad. Yeah. Mad.
Mental, isn't it? Ah, she's not stupid. She's just legendary. But yeah, she's an absolute machine. So yeah, Bonnie out, great, £10.11.
And the name. So
well, another thing as well so Lizzy is the first person for the Ayrshire home birth team because this home birthing it only really kicked off during COVID, and that was a big factor for us doing the first one.
Was it?
Because at that time, like I couldn't come in the hospital.
Oh, okay.
It was a shambles. It's like they'll shout you in just before it comes out, and then you have to go straight back out. And it was a nonsense during COVID. So Lizzie's like, "We're not doing that. We'll just do it at home." And that's how it came. And it was so good. Like honestly, folks, I can't recommend it enough. Like it's so bloody good. And the midwives are like, and we've had the same midwife for all 3 births.
Oh, that's lovely.
And like the midwife who came, it wasn't her night on.
Really?
She just came out. No, she gets paid for it.
Because it's Lizzy. Because it's
Lizzy and she's done the other 2 and she's a midwife. So you get your midwife, unless they're away on holiday or something, they'll come out. Like even if they're not on call.
That's big.
You can phone them and they'll come out. And it's the service is unbelievable, unbelievable. And then they sit there with you for the next 3 hours or so, doing all the checks and sorting out the placenta and they have to take blood samples and stuff from the placenta and there's loads of stuff they have to do. And it's, it was... And
I suppose for you, like you're in a fortunate position that you've had 3, like, straightforward births and it's all worked out and you are also in a position where you're 3 minutes from a hospital, you know,
pure luck.
And there's been...
It wouldn't worry me, see actually doing it wouldn't worry me really being that far away from the hospital.
Would it not?
Nah, it wouldn't really worry me too much.
Okay.
Like, the midwives are so good as well and they've got so much kit.
I suppose they've got to be...
they're so good. Like the hospital thing wouldn't worry me so much. And it is the first one's definitely you need a bit of luck because, you know, so many people have problems and stuff and like Lizzie's... She's definitely lucky, she'd say that herself, you know, she's genetically...
I can't believe she had a baby that big inside her little bump. Like, she had the tight...
to be fair, it was a solid bump. I mean, it was our biggest bump of all 3.
Was it?
Aye, but of course, the size. But, I mean, what folk forget as well is, like, it was £10.11, but the placenta was probably about 2 kilos as well.
Yeah.
I mean, with the placenta, you'd probably be up near, like, £14, like... Mental. The placenta, the midwife said it was the biggest placenta she'd ever seen.
Oh my god.
I can't remember if she said the biggest or the healthiest. I can't remember what she said.
Wow. But I feel like Lizzie's like glowing, like even the photos of her just after, well you put them up literally the day, and she's like if you, I'd say this to somebody else, if you didn't know that Lizzy didn't wear makeup, you'd be looking at that thinking she had makeup on. Like she just looks like she's glow, like she
doesn't wear makeup, but
I know that's what I mean, like
but we got her, so Saturday I got her to stay in the house and I took the boys out for the day. Saturday afternoon she's doing great. So I says, there's a bit of shearing to do because it's been wet for the next 2 weeks. So I says, there's a bit of shearing to do tomorrow. I could go and manage that. She's like, aye, go on, no bother. And then I went shearing and then she brought the 3 of them to the shed.
No, she did.
Aye. And they were running about the farmyard, at James Nisbet's, aye. They were running about playing with the chickens and she had Bonnie out on the Sunday.
Stop it.
Mad, eh?
Yeah, she's unreal.
And then she's away checking sheep yesterday.
Unreal.
Like, I bet, like, I'm not, she gives me a row for, see, this is why we can't do this with Lizzy, because she just plays it all down and, you know, it's no bother, it was fine, and like one word answers, like, it was quite easy, no bother. She wouldn't say easy, she says, we're lucky it went well, and we are lucky, and she gives me a row because there's other people who don't have it so easy, and it's like when I'm posting things that she's doing when she's pregnant, she gives me a row for that, because it's not fair on people who
aren't able to,
don't have it as easy as she does. And she, again, that's not me saying it's easy. I'm saying she has it easier than a lot of other people.
Yeah.
And she'll say that herself. She's just made for loads of things, but for having babies, she's great at it. So yeah, we're very lucky. That's 2 boys and a girl. Job done.
Family of 5.
Family of 5.
And Bonnie, how did you decide on the name?
Well, you always worry about names with school and
how
it plays out. Although Lizzy's still adamant she's homeschooling, and you know, after seeing her do that with 3 kids at home. More full-ended that doubts her, like I think she if Lizzy wants to do so. In fact, see if I say she can't do it, she will do it.
She'll do it.
Yeah, not like she'll just do it, even if she doesn't want to do it.
She'll do it.
Because I've said you can't do it, she will do it. Yeah, she does that stuff all the time. So, it's like I said, you can't be going around park run pushing the 2 kids. So she does it. Aye. She bought a double pram and just started doing it. Yeah. So we'd go to park run and she'd push the 2 kids round.
Stop
This was before she was pregnant. And wait till I tell her she can't do it with 3. See how that goes. But yeah, so...
everybody's good.
Everybody's good, unbelievable. Yeah, Bonnie, a couple of reasons. It has to be a Scottish name. And
Why?
Because I want it to be a Scottish name.
What if Lizzy didn't want it to be? Who would win in that one?
I think she would cede to me in that one. I don't think she minds that too much. Except, well, yeah, I don't think she minds that too much. It's always a name we both want. It's not like I choose a name.
No.
It's just I really want a Scottish name.
Yeah.
Another thing to bear in mind is, and as I say to her, like, they're going to be like wee English kids. So at least if they've got a Scottish name, there's some tie to being Scottish.
Why don't they be English? Just because they spend so much time with Lizzy?
Aye. Oh, like Jock is so English.
Yeah.
I'd say he's more English than Lizzy. The way he says things like it's white. Even she'll sometimes be like, do you know, like, I don't know if you saw it, it was at my birthday. He gave me, Lizzy says, say happy birthday, Dad. He goes, happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday!
And I was like,
Really?
never pictured this in my future.
No.
But I couldn't be happier. And it'll be good for YouTube and other things as well if he ever wants to do that, because
true.
most people can't understand me. So at least they'll be able to understand him.
Yeah,
because
true.
He speaks such good English. So yeah, he's a wee English guy with a Scottish name. Well, they're all going to be that way, I'm sure. So Bonnie Wilson.
That's lovely. That's a lovely name.
Lizzy did want, her only reservations were perhaps like what happens when they're like 30. You know, she was like, oh, it's not really an adult's name, but I think it is.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with a 30-year-old.
She thinks it's
Bonnie.
like a kid's name and an older person's name. It's fine. But in that middle point, if you're going to be like a business professional or something.
Bonnie Wilson. Aye, that's strong.
Aye, strong, isn't
Bonnie
it?
Wilson. That's a strong name.
Aye.
Yeah.
I think it's okay.
Yeah.
I like it. I really like it. Yeah, so it's something Lizzy can pronounce is one thing. And Jock could say it as well, which kind of won it over. Because, you know, we tried a few names off Jock. And I know, obviously, in a couple of months' time, we'll be able to say whatever he likes. But at that time, it was nice to hear him say it back. And he said Bonnie really cute. And you're like, yeah, that's the one.
Most foragers don't supply sheep and cattle with enough cobalt, copper, iodine and selenium, critical to digestion, immunity, reproduction and growth. When it comes to supplementation, there's a danger of under or oversupply. But when bolusing with Animax Tracesure, you can be sure every animal has enough for up to 6 months in one single application. Animax, giving what it takes.
And what's Jock like with her?
He is great. Like comes and puts a blanket over her, wants to hold her, and he's dead
Does
gentle.
he? So he's interested.
Oh, and he's dead gentle and all that.
Is he?
Yeah, baby Bonnie. Well, Lizzy had been calling her Bonnie for a while before she was born.
Right. Okay.
So she'd be like, "Who's in there, Jock?" He's like, "Baby Bonnie," and yeah, so he's very cute. He's very cute. Angus is still too young to really know what's happening or anything like that, so that'll come. But yeah, very lucky. That's definitely a job done. I'll probably get booked in around Christmas time and get the snip and no more.
You might have an Iona, 7 years on, have a break.
Oh, that's right. Well, see, that's what I think. If I have the snip, we won't have an accident like you. Do you know what I mean? That's. Listen, I'll say maybe a bit late now, so I could refer your dad to somebody really good once I get mine done. I'll give some feedback. No, listen, love the accident you were. It's worked out great. So there is always that option. Have a fourth one. Ruin our middle to later part of our life. But it's a joke. In Scotland, we do harsh jokes, folks. It's okay. It's banter, isn't it?
Yeah, I've taken worse.
Why is your eyes getting all moist? That's probably enough of just a wee update for you on the baby front. Everyone's happy and well. Lizzy is back out and at it already. She's an absolute bloody machine. We'll maybe try and get her in to give her version of it, and she can just play it down. But I said to her I was going to...
Get Bonnie in.
Yeah, we probably should actually. She would sit with babies that you forget how good they are at that age. Like, see when we first had Jock, I was like, man, I'm screaming all night and doing... But you don't mind that screaming because they just lie there. Like, Jock is just mental now. I saw an absolute bloody brilliant TikTok the other day. Is that the one thing people... It's so funny. It's maybe the best ever TikTok I've seen about having kids. And it's the thing people don't tell you about having kids is how often you have to get up from where you're sitting. It's ridiculous. The guy looks so emotional in the video. He's like, it's ridiculous. And it's so true.
Yeah.
Jock comes over and he goes, Dad,
you're up.
Dad,
You're up.
Dad, and then, or he's doing something he shouldn't be.
Yeah, so then
So
you
you have to get up for that.
Or
it's like,
you
Dad,
just
come and
sitting
see
there.
this. And it's great. And listen, I absolutely love it. You know, it's great to be loved. And there's as many videos saying, you know, there's another one I've seen that for the majority of your life, you'll know your kids as adults. And for a very brief moment, you know them as kids.
That is so
That's
true.
a good one as well. Because you think
is.
at most, I mean, really, they're not really kids once they're past 12 or 13,
No.
are they? They're teenagers then. And so you get 13 years. And if you're lucky, you have 30 on top of that or more, maybe 40 of them as an adult. So you only get this wee tiny period
That's
of them
so
being kids.
true.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know another one that gets me sometimes as well, just while we're on these things, this is what's happening to my social media feeds now, you've got kids, is, but this one's a crazy one and something to think about. We'll go with your dad for this one. Do you know at some point, your dad put you down and never picked you back up? It's a thought, isn't it?
Yeah.
You need to get him just to pick you up, just to say, it's still got it, still
Yeah.
going. But no, I thought,
That
like,
is the last time you, or like, have you seen like the last time you just went and played with your friends in the street?
I suppose it doesn't work. Well, that's one thing, but I suppose, there's just one time.
There was one time it was the last time you were just out playing with your pals in the street. It was the last time.
God, that's
And nobody
sad to
knew it
think.
was the last time.
That's a sad one as well.
I know.
But I'm actually thinking the pick up thing doesn't really work with you and your dad because your dad could still pick you up. What's better with like me and my mum?
Yes.
Because like your dad could, if you
Physically, yeah.
like it could still happen.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm sure you'll now make it happen because
Yeah.
of this, just for the emotional side of things.
We'll-
Your dad will hear this.
We'll put the clip in.
Yeah.
Ashley.
Oh, look, Iona, some wee lambs. But whereas like my mum couldn't pick me up now.
Yeah.
you know
So
what I mean?
she picked you up for the,
At some point, my mum put me down, and that was the last time she ever put me down, ever picked me up.
God.
It's a thought, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
It's just weird. I just
last
love these
ever,
things.
like,
It makes you
is-
think. I mean, it's totally irrelevant and absolute nonsense. But it is
No, I don't think it is. I think it is.
Like,
Like,
at some point, they put you down and never picked you back
Uh-huh.
up.
I think the lasts of things.
But your one as well, like about the last time you ever. That's a mad thought. It's just like the last time you ever went and played with your pals.
Uh-huh. It was just the last time.
The last time you ever went to an empty.
Yeah. Yeah.
An empty is a. What do they call an empty in England? A house party.
House party.
Do they? So an empty is a house party, but the parents are away. No real farming updates for you this week. Bad weather forecast ahead, and a good excuse to go to Scotch Sheep. So I'm sure by the time you listen to this, you've already been and you loved it. But we'll wrap it up there, and we'll see you for the next one. I've been Cammy,
I've been Iona.
and we're both fed by
farmers.
farmers. It was McDonald's tonight for me, actually.
It's still farmers.
It is, you're right.
What
It's
did you
all
get?
farmers. Big Mac meal.
Big Mac, was it?
Standard, I'm old fashioned.